Nepal was desperately in search of a stabilizing influence. And I think this is a good development because Sushila Karki is known to be an independent person, a fair-minded person, and she'll be able to conduct elections, not like Bangladesh, where no elections have taken place for more than a year, despite having a caretaker government. But I'm pretty sure that Sushila Karki will be able to manage the next elections. And it's not for the first time that this is happening. In 2013 as well, the Chief Justice at that time took the reins of government in his hands, following an all-party consensus around it, and got the elections conducted. So I think it's a very good development under the circumstances because all the state institutions, unfortunately the Gen Z started the ball rolling what happened on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, especially on Tuesday. After the 19 youngsters were shot, some in school uniform, the next day other elements took over and they have burnt down the presidential palace, which used to be earlier the residence of the Indian ambassador when we became independent, and we moved to the old British residency only after 3-4 years. They burnt down the Singh Darbar, which is the seat of government. They burnt down also some hotels. There was not a single residence of an incumbent minister which was not burnt, ransacked or stoned. And none of the top politicians in Nepal are today residing in their own houses. They are all sheltered elsewhere. So it's a very dire situation. And Sushila Karki taking over at this time is going to definitely stabilize the situation. Actually, the two cases are quite dissimilar. There is only one similarity, that the incumbent government had become very unpopular in both Bangladesh and Nepal. And that is where the similarity ends. Because in Bangladesh, what happened was an unfortunate choice of the head of government. And he has not been able to deliver anything. He has got people from outside to advise on changes in the constitution. And that's not what is going to happen in Nepal, because my own feeling is that the Nepalese are going to come together after this trauma and they are going to try and get back to constitutionalism. And they are going to have elections as early as possible. And that will be a good solution because that would reflect the new parliament, the voice of the people. And then they will have a new government. And all the established political parties will have to think of a change of leadership, because leadership must pass into the hands of younger people. Because the same people we have seen for the last 20 years have been in power, and people don't want it anymore. No, we don't have to seek anything from her. We have to extend to her all the support and goodwill possible, because a turmoil in Nepal or unsettlement in Nepal is not good for India. And that is why we have a huge stake in the stability of that country. And the sooner normalcy is restored there, the better it would be for us. And that is the reason why, in case Nepal requires any help in conduct of elections or any other type of assistance, India, I'm sure, would be forthcoming. Absolutely not. Given Nepal's geographic position, they have to maintain a modicum of relations, good relations, with both China and India. But Nepal is so situated geographically that the ranges of the Himalayas are right in the northern part of Nepal. And then Nepal goes to the Tarai, and the Tarai is adjoining 4 Indian states, Uttarakhand, UP, Bihar, Bengal, rather 5, and Sikkim. And so all of Nepal's human interaction and economic interaction is mainly with India. Nepal exports to India much more than it exports to China. And so Chinese investments have recently gone up, but Indian cumulative investment in Nepal is pretty high.